Power Chord.
Okay, PowerCore friends and followers, we are here with a very special guest for me. It's an honor to have on the PowerCore channel Bob Nanna from Braid, Hey Mercedes, and other stuff that we will talk about. Thank you, Bob.
Yeah, no problem. Thank you for having me.
Thank you,
This
really.
is great. It's good to see you again.
I mean, for me too. I will start from the beginning because
Sure.
looking back, what do you think made Braid different from other bands in the 90s let's say emo scene?
I don't know. That's a really good question. I think that we worked really hard. So I think that, I would think, well, we were very influenced by the DC scene. We were influenced by Fugazi. We were very influenced by some of the East Bay bands like Jawbreaker. But, a lot of bands were. I think maybe what made us different was that we had a really rigorous work ethic. So we were touring all the time, constantly on tour, constantly meeting new people. And so, every when we would go on tour, a certain amount of people would come in each city, and then we would come back, and it would be like twice as many people. So I think that maybe is what made us stand out a little bit in that scene. We were just always around.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
And how did the transition from Braid to Hey Mercedes change your approach to songwriting? Because something's
Yeah.
changed if you listen to Braid and Hey Mercedes.
Yeah. Well, with Braid, Chris Broach and I were both singing. So we, talk about Fugazi, right? That we were like Fugazi. We were both.
You also
both.
write, I mean, both.
Yeah, we were doing a lot of just
Okay.
collaborative writing, Chris and I. So when Hey Mercedes began, it was really always just going to be me singing. So when we started to write songs for Hey Mercedes, I wanted to focus more on my singing more than my guitar playing, because sometimes with Braid, the guitar parts are complicated and hard to sing to. Sometimes, we would write these really difficult parts, and then I would really have to practice to write something that sounded good, a good vocal melody. For Hey Mercedes, for the most part, the vocal melody came first, and then sort of the guitar was just there to help the vocals.
Do you still connect emotionally with the songs you wrote in the 90s when you were younger?
I do, because I like them. I still like them.
It's easy, but it's true.
Yeah, I have an emotional connection to a lot of music from the 90s, from growing up. So sometimes I think of the songs of Braid and of Hey Mercedes as almost like I didn't write them, but I liked them and I like them. So I'm happy that I get to sing them, even though maybe I don't really remember exactly the state of mind I was in or what I was particularly referencing here and there, but I still feel good
And
going back into that headspace.
And is there a Braid or a Mercedes song that still feels especially important to you?
They really all do. If I were to maybe pick one, Our Weekend Starts on Wednesday for Hey Mercedes is one that just I love. I think it's, it has a little bit of an odd time signature, kind of like Braid, but it has this and a bit of maybe a sing-along quality, but it still means a lot to me. And then for Braid, yeah, I think the song "Please Drive Faster" really resonates with me a lot. And again, it's just these are fun songs to play. So
Yeah.
yeah.
And after all these years, what still motivates you to keep creating music and suggest music? Because you also suggest vinyls on your on your
I know.
Instagram
Here, wait.
profile.
Let me get my.
Then my cat, vinyls and cat.
That's Nova.
Yeah.
He's just hanging out. So he likes to go on camera sometimes, but
No problem.
um,
That's a special guest.
what? Yeah, here he comes. What? What motivates me? New, new
It's
music.
something therapeutic or for you.
Well, yeah. I mean, yes, of course, it is therapeutic for sure. But the what motivates me is listening to new music, hearing new music from other people. That really gets me motivated. And then once you start, if you're hearing all this good new music and cool new bands and stuff, every yep.
Yeah. Okay. Were there artists outside the emo scene that influenced you most?
Yeah. Um, I grew up listening to the radio. I grew up listening to top 40 radio. So, there were times when I was really into like pop, like new wave music, like Duran Duran, but also like pop music, like Billy Joel. I was into metal for a while, like Anthrax. And I was into classic rock for a while, like Pink Floyd and Led Zeppelin. Uh, and then like nowadays, I listen to a lot of jazz. I listen to a decent amount of ambient music. And I listen to, a lot of like, I still listen to a lot of rock, obviously, singer-songwriter stuff, electronic stuff. But yeah, I mean, the stuff that influenced me when I was kind of a kid, it was more just the radio.
And what's your guilty pleasure? There are some guilty pleasures.
Yeah. Um, I I really, really love the song called "As It Was" by Harry Styles. I don't know if you know that song, but
Yeah, maybe.
it's one of those things where I was in an Uber, like a cab, and that song came on, and I was like listening to. I didn't know what it was. I was listening, and at that point it was a huge hit. But like I don't listen to the radio anymore. But I was like, what is this? And I was like, it sounded to me like some early like indie rock sort of cool thing, and I was like shocked that it was Harry Styles. I was like, oh my gosh, this song is so good. And then like literally maybe like a week later, I was in a store and they started playing it, and I was with somebody. I was like, what is this? It sounds good. And they're like, you idiot, it's Harry Styles again. So
So
I
you
mean,
really like it.
oh, I think that song is so good. I guess every now and then there'll be some pop song that I like. Not often, but every now and then.
I have a hard question for you. What
Yep.
was the biggest challenge in keeping a long-term creative career alive?
Yeah. Um, the wait, the biggest challenge in creating a long-term, what was it?
Yeah.
The long-term what? Oh, like being creative or being in a band?
Yeah, being creative. A
Oh,
long-term,
okay.
yeah.
Yeah. I think what is really important for people to understand or to do is to pay attention. And I'll get to the challenging part of this, but like when just allowing yourself to be inspired by not just music, but by nature, by art, by food, by all of these things that make life wonderful. And the challenging part is sometimes sometimes life sucks. Sometimes life is very hard,
Yeah.
and there are a lot of just whether it's work or money problems or sickness, like or what there are so many things that are so bad about life sometimes. And so the challenge is to not let that really control your whole mindset. And sometimes it's tough. Sometimes it's like really tough to dig yourself out of a bad place,
Yeah.
of a bad mood, of being just in a bad place and not being creative and just being stuck. So that's a challenge
Yeah.
sometimes. So yeah.
It's a big challenge. Yeah.
Yeah.
Is there something about the 90s DIY scene that you miss today that you cannot see today?
What I really miss is being able to go to a lot more shows. I'm older. I've got other things. I've got a family basically, and my band. All the people in my bands have jobs and families and stuff, so we can't tour barely at all. We tour when we can, but it's really tough, and it requires a lot of scheduling. So if there's one thing I miss about the 90s and like the scene, it's just being able to play and be a part of it so much. Like I mentioned earlier, like Braid and Hey Mercedes, we toured nonstop, and I loved doing that, and I loved the traveling part of it. I love coming to Italy
Yeah.
and seeing you when I can, but I just can't so often. But like, if I didn't have obligations and things I needed to do, I think that the spirit of the scene in the 90s still exists now. It's just a younger person's game,
Yeah,
you know?
yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
What album do you wish you had written? One.
Yeah. The there's a there's an album, there's a band called Aloha that I love so much. And they have a record called Here Comes Everyone that is probably my favorite album of all time.
Oh.
It's just so it just hits all of the right notes for me. It's the lyrics are beautiful, the vocals are beautiful, the guitar, all of the music involved is just really wonderful, and I love that. Yeah, I mean, that would be a great record to be a part of. I mean, I'm happy about the records I was a part of, but I think that's the one I just love so much. That or the Lemonheads, It's a Shame About Ray
Oh,
is just a great record. I would love to be associated with something so timeless like that.
cool. And one word to describe Braid, and one word to describe Hey Mercedes.
One word.
Yeah.
Okay. For Braid, I'll I'll say tenacious. You know what tenacious means?
Finish.
Yeah, like tenacious. I'd say that for Braid, like is in like always trying, always there, always
Yeah.
like
I know.
yeah. So I would say tenacious for Braid, and then for Hey Mercedes, I would say joyous. Like I feel Braid brings me joy too, but Hey Mercedes is so fun and it brings me so much joy. So I'll say joyous.
Yeah, cool. And the last question: what do you prefer, coffee or tea?
Coffee.
Coffee. Pizza or
Coffee.
spaghetti?
Pizza.
It's and about Italy. Did you come to play or also as a tourist?
I've only been there to play,
Oh.
and I've been there five or six times.
So you cannot say that Livorno is the best city.
Well, I love being there, and we played with you a few times, but yeah, I don't know if it's the best
I'm
city, but it's
joking.
one of my favorites. There's
I'm joking.
really good people there for sure.
Okay, Bob. Thank you for your time. I hope
Matteo,
to
thank you so much.
talk again and maybe see you again in Italy, Tuscany, or wherever you want.
I hope so. I really hope so because I want to come back. Yeah. Maybe not a tour. I'll just come visit you and
Why
I'll
not?
play a show and then leave.
We have a bed more.
Okay.
So,
Awesome. Perfect. Thank you.
thank you, Bob. Bye bye.
Yeah. Bye bye. Thank you.
Power Core.